Chris, can you hear me now?
I can, Derek?
Yes. Hey, great to connect.
Good morning. Darren, I'm sorry. How good? How are you?
Fine. Yourself there?
Yeah, doing well. Doing well.
That looks like you're in a golf galaxy in Arlington, Texas. Am I that good?
You're that good that you can even pick out the city of this golf galaxy. That's amazing.
Exactly. What brings you there to the wonderful golf galaxy in Arlington, Texas?
To talk with you and just check out their new opening of their whole sort of like game improvement process. They have awesome studio with TrackMan, some biomechanics technology, and a great club fitting setup as well. So they've done a really nice job to revamp their whole game improvement program. LPGA, PGA professionals. It's a really cool thing that they've done.
Right. A lot of hobbies as a result of the pandemic kind of went away, and then other hobbies kind of picked up. And we've seen golf just have a big resurgence. You're an insider. Why do you think that might have been the case that golf picked up and when a lot of other sports kind of went away?
I mean, I think part of it's as a function of just having been locked down. It's one of the few things that people could do recreationally, do it outside, be social, but still maintain an appropriate distance, which is, obviously very conducive to what we were all going through last year. I also think that golf is interesting in that it's looking very different than how it looked in many previous years, right? It used to be where you'd go play 18 holes and you'd take up the whole day basically to play golf. Now we have so many different, air quotes, versions of golf. We have things like Top Golf and Drive Shack. We can go just play with a few friends, sort of, have a beer, eat some pizza, whatever, and a golf ball into this sort of like electric range. We have facilities like this Golf Galaxy where they have these learning kind of centers where people could go practice, work on their game for an hour or whatever it is. And I just think there's just a lot of different ways for people to enjoy the game that maybe fit better into the time constraints that any individual has in their own life.
Sure. When I think of you, I think of success within the golf world. I think of somebody who knows how to coach. A lot of people can play, they can't coach. A lot of people can coach, they can't play. You can do both. When exactly in your career did it become a career to play golf?
To play as opposed to coach? To play?
I say in general, being, you're filling out your W-2 or rather your tax form and says profession, golf. Because a lot of people, they play on the weekends and a lot of people are just striving to be professional, but you're a professional within the space.
Yeah, I mean, just out of college, I knew I wanted to coach. I played a little bit out of college competitively, but then very quickly I got into coaching. So I knew I wanted to coach really early on. And I just sort of jumped into it. Just kind of found some great academies to cut my teeth, learn my trade a little bit. And, basically I actually started coaching at some capacity when I was 19. So I've been doing this for quite a while now. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I'm 43 now, so.
For teaching people a winning swing, can you give a first tip as to getting someone in the right direction for a winning swing, as opposed to what I'm known for, which is not a winning swing on the golf course?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the problem. I'm sure you've sort of chased tips before. I think when people are chasing tips, the end game to that, if they have any success, it's usually pretty short-lived. So I think in order for someone to really develop a swing that can perform the way they want it to, you got to get a game plan, and you got to partner with the right team to create that game plan. That goes everything from club fitting, picking out the right clubs, getting them fit properly, having a coach that you work with one-on-one a bit, using technology that can help you guide, in the direction you need to go with your game. Again, I'm at Golf Galaxy. They're doing a great job with the club fitting, having coaches available. So I think the best thing that someone like yourself could do to develop your swing would be to partner yourself with the right team.
Sounds like a one-stop solution over there at Golf Galaxy.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job with all that, bringing it all together. Yes.
Cool. Well, we have the Masters coming up. What do you think is going to be happening in this 2021 edition of the Masters? Any predictions?
I think it's going to play very firm, very fast, pretty different than how it played in November. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what the leaderboard looks like next week. I think a player who hits the ball high with their irons will typically do pretty well next week, just because the greens will be very difficult to hold. It'll be very hard. So I'm expecting a high ball hitter to perform well. All the traditional stuff. Can you putt well? Do you chip it well? Augusta tests every skill, right? So against all these guys are so good, it's going to be who shows up with their best game and executing as best as possible. But in general, I would tip the scales a little bit to some of the higher ball players just because of how firm the greens will be.
Well, one of the things I mentioned before was about how golf has not only maintained popularity, but maybe even grown in the past year and change. And golf is also very different in that we generally don't know a lot about the professionals that make golf a big deal. If we go on social media, we know what our favorite basketball players are listening to on their headphones while they're walking to the arena. We don't know much about the pros of golf, the coaches, etc. What is life like for you outside of golf? Any hobbies we may not know about?
I mean, me personally, I work a lot, so I would say like it's sad to say maybe in some capacity, but I do love what I do. Like my work is my hobby, but I enjoy anything that's kind of like very much in a health sort of capacity, whether it be like doing different diets or different kind of like biohacking type stuff, or other athletics. Being in the water, going to the beach, paddleboarding, surfing, things like that. So that's what I personally enjoy doing, and I think it's an interesting point to note that the maybe the coaches that are behind the scenes with things aren't as well known as they are in other sports. I do a show where I travel around and talk to different instructors in the game, and I will say that right now golf has a tremendous amount of talented coaches in the game. And again, this is where I think if someone's trying to get better at the game, this is the best time for a person to do that. Wherever you find a coach, again, we're here at Golf Galaxy. They're doing a great job of curating a lot of great coaches in their place. But wherever you go, this is the right time to try and improve your game, I would say.
Well, 3 quick questions and then you're free for me. And the first one, best golf movie of all time is Caddyshack.
Probably, yeah.
Got it. Next
was that a question or was that a statement? That sounded like a statement.
A little bit of both. I mean, some people would say it's Happy Gilmore, but a golf purist might go, no, it's Caddyshack.
Yeah, I mean, you probably got to give it to Caddyshack. I don't know. I got a special place in my heart for Happy Gilmore, but yeah, I think the consensus would be Caddyshack.
Cool. You personally, favorite band or musical artist of all time? Do you have one?
I don't know. I not really a favorite. I mean, I like all the classic stuff like Zeppelin and Stones, and I'm a big Prince fan also. So maybe Prince. Queen's fun too.
Good taste, man. And before I ask you where to catch you online and where we can see your show, any last words for the kids, Chris?
For the kids, just partner with the right people to get better at the game. I think that's so important. To develop that partnership with your own team. They can really help you guide you in that process of improving the game. So yeah, that would be the biggest sort of word of advice for the kids.
Cool. And the best way we can watch your show and follow everything that you're up to?
Shows on Golf Pass with the Golf Channel. And then, I'm on social media, chriscomoregolf.com. I'm Chris Como Golf, the social media handle. And then, again, we're talking about stuff here at Golf Galaxy. You can check out what they have to offer at golfgalaxy.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and just keep up that greatness there, Chris.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Paltrocast.